Yeah, easy.
Things are not defined by the past, they are defined by what happens now. You are peace now, and by that you don't have any gap in between. It is a nice exercise called the perfect day. Hey, welcome to this new video. Thank you so much for watching again. I want to introduce a little bit. It's a very mixed up video. It covers the return to Madeira after Porto Santo, after this incredibly high energy there. Feeling a bit in a pause of creativity, not going outside a lot, very introverted. But then I had some great discoveries, some great ideas, and I just summed this up as the ending part of Madeira. I'm heading out today. Thank you so much for all your great comments. People reach out to me and it touches my heart, so enjoy this video and enjoy life. Hello, I have no idea if I will ever use this video. I'm right now on creating the video for Porto Santo. But I guess it's a good clip. I'm sitting right now here. I had a lesson with this view, and like last video for you is Porto Santo. 2 videos ago I was sitting down there in the garden, looked up to the house, looked up to the garden, and I said like, what the fuck, this is where I can wake up to. I can't believe it. It's incredible. Now after Porto Santo, I'm like, yeah, this is nice, but I want to be in Porto Santo. And it's so funny that sometimes unconsciously the gratitude slips, or it fades away in comparison. Like the ground level, okay, I'm on Madeira compared to some years ago I was in Germany during February. I can sit in the sun with 22 degrees, sweat a bit. Compared to where I'm come from, wow. Now, I was sitting at the beach 2 days ago, taught at the beach 2 days ago. And boom, it has a different feeling. I appreciate this, and I'm more like, be present, enjoy it, appreciate it. It's a gift that I can live that. But it's also, if you experience spikes, like this becomes your new reality, and then this feels lower compared to this. It's just interesting to observe it and have that in mind, that like comparison is the thief of joy. I guess Lincoln, or not Lincoln, but US president said it. Yeah, nice. My storage was full again. What I want to say was, keep that in mind. The most important point is where you are sitting right now, in the here, in the now, because you wouldn't be sitting there if it wouldn't be important for your life in this moment right now.
Oh mein Gott. Ah. Ja, easy.
Ja, was habt ihr für Safest?
Stark gemacht trotzdem. Oh, deiner. Nochmal. Ja, sauber. Oh. Ja, das ist auf Video.
Hi, it's been a while. I didn't record clips or videos for, I don't know, a week probably. I didn't feel like I want to, or have something to say or to share. And that's okay. And I guess that's feeling, that's something what I learned this year, that we are humans, we are not machines. We don't function in one way and one way only. If everything is in cycles, and there are times when you're more inspired and more powerful, more motivated to go out and do things, and there are times that require more introspective, more going down, going deeper with yourself, not living out what you like to live out 2 days before. And I had times this year, and maybe that might be actually helpful, I had weeks or days this year where I experienced awesome shit, but it was like, oh yeah, cool, nice. I was like, whoa. I love the fact that I detached from certain outcomes and stuff, but am I getting an unemotional, rational man who just like, okay, experiences life but loses touch to like, what, the incredibility of it? But no, there are some days who are like this, but it doesn't define myself. Yes. Now the thought comes up. I just sometimes need to start talking or start walking or start writing, and then it plops. This was something that I okay, quick jump back. This is the same with, am I now losing the inspiration for creating videos, or am I uncreative now? Or like, no, I'm not a not creative person anymore just because I didn't want to create something for a week. But this week passes as well, and it taught me some other things, and now I can come back like it. And that's the thing, like, how do you define yourself? That's a really, really important thing. That was the one I want to share. I was sitting with a good friend of mine at the balcony, looked on the sea, and I was telling her that, I felt less emotional, even though I experienced these high things. And I'm a bit worried. Am I getting a unemotional, unattached person? And detached is the word, I guess. And in that moment, I realized, like, no, careful. In that moment, when I say that I'm now a detached, unemotional person, and it's harder for me to feel these kind of excitement emotions, then I will experience it, because I said it. I defined myself, I defined my reality, and therefore I will experience it. But not because I'm that person. I'm experiencing it because I choose to filter and seeing myself as that person. That's really, really important. What I choose in that situation was, okay, I felt less emotions, I felt more detached from things. That belonged to that situation. This behavior was just in that situation, but that doesn't mean who I am now, who I will be in the future. Ellen Watts said it so beautifully. Things are not defined by the past, they are defined by what happens now. Every time we have the opportunity to define our reality and ourselves again and again and again. And even though we might feel or acted or, reacted in a certain way in the past, that doesn't mean that is who you are. That doesn't mean that is your life. You could decide consciously in the moment what fits to myself, to my life, to who I want to be, what I want to experience, and therefore define your life and yourself every time new. That's the beauty of life. That is if you understand that you are living in the now, that there is no past and future, that it's only created here, but it's not actually existing, because tell me a person that lived in the past or in the future. No one. Everyone lives in the now. Tell me the thoughts you had exactly 24 hours ago. Tell me the thought you have in 1 minute. Everyone don't know, but it's not clear that we're living in the now. In the now, you can choose every time who you want to be, what life you want to live. Being in the now is the most single biggest cheat code to life, I guess. A quick thought before I go to bed. I recorded a podcast today with George, and we got to the point when I was talking about being arrived at myself and what comes with it, around it in my life. And I was brushing teeth and I was like, whoa, yeah. Honestly, the thing that matters the most to me in my life, and when I look at people's lives and what I would suggest people, the biggest thing you can achieve in your life is being arrived at yourself. Having that feeling of being arrived, and you feel home in yourself. You feel like home in people you love, and you feel this deep sense of peace where with everything around you just falls apart, you would still have the certain amount of peace in yourself. This trust of everything is guided. Everything is there for me. Everything, like, I don't need to fear that I lose things, because what is meant to be for me will be there in every moment that matters, connected to that thing, to that person, to that experience, to that energy. The coolest shit I've done in my life, and the coolest thing I have and live, is that pure feeling of being arrived. Because the peace and trust that comes with it unlocks everything on the outside. The people, the opportunities, the work, the travel, whatever. It all starts in you. Hello. It's 11 p.m. No, 10 p.m. 11 in Germany. I'm obsessed with Claude. It's hilarious. I saw so many Instagram reels right now where people made fun of how life is after you change from ChatGPT to Claude. Claude AI is insane. And I talked a lot about Peter Crone already. He's here on Madeira. And I said to George as a joke, I would sacrifice a lot to spend one day with him. Spending one day with him would be unbelievable. What I did instead was I built my own Peter Crone. I just pasted his website, notes that I had in my journal, and a transcript of a podcast into Claude, and said, into my personal reflection, you just create a chat. Claude AI. You just create a chat and you put everything in it, of a person you admire, of someone you like to receive advice from, a person who would charge thousands of dollars, and now you could get mentored by them. You just put in information. You don't even need to know how to use AI. Just ask AI how it wants to be used. So like, okay, I want you to act as Peter Crone, as my mentor. What do you need? Like, give me that information. You could use then you give it to it, and it's insane. It's insane. It's just like, wow. Life is always perfect, and I'm very, very aligned, and I'm on my path. That's why so many doors are just opening up. But sometimes I'm completely excited. I'm just dumb. Not dumb. When a student of mine says I'm stupid, I'm like, no. We don't say these things. But sometimes I'm blind, and two people cancel a call, or two people say no. Will it be that good in the future, how it was for the last 4 or 5 years? Like, almost this scarcity of, will I drop out of my dream life? And he said, what happened? Two people canceled, that's all. Two people said, I'm not coming, that's it. What are you telling yourself about this? Less income? What if not as many show up? a big loss? What if there's less money coming in over the next few months? Do you realize what you are doing right now? You're using the cancellation from two people as proof of a future that does not exist yet and never will, because there is no future. There is only what is right now. The real question, why do you need the rejection of two people to create fear? Oh, so brilliant. You've proven for 4.5 years that you can do this. You have enough students and all things running. You have a vision. You are living a dream life. But your ego needs this moment to say, see, it could all fall apart. Being right is a poor man's version of self-worth. Your ego wants to be right now with, it's not secure, it could fail, I'm dependent on this and this. So what? 2 students cancelled. 2 people. So what? Maybe 3 new ones will show up tomorrow. Or maybe not. Life will give you what it gives you. Your fear of it changes exactly nothing. Oh my God, your fear of it, am I sideways? Your fear of it changes exactly nothing. Oh my God, here's the truth. You're creating suffering right now because you think the world should be different than it is. You are not okay with 2 cancellations, so you're not okay with reality. What if you were just okay with it? 2 cancellations, cool. What's next? That is freedom. It's an insane answer. And funny enough, I opened Telegram afterwards and I got a message from a friend and she said, hey, a friend is creating that project. He needs people like you. Can I connect you? So abundance is there always. The only thing is, are we seeing it? And that is exactly what I was talking about yesterday evening. Our filter just switches. And in the Porto Santo video, the last video, I was screaming into the camera, there is no future. It couldn't have happened any other way. There is no other possibility. Just trust and walk away. And yet what happens today? My mind falls into the same pattern. But it doesn't matter because I can reflect on it. I can pull myself out. I can be aware of it. And therefore, deepen my trust to life and learn something again new. So use AI, use people who pull you out of your own bullshit. Life is beautiful, life is pure abundance, and if you see life as scarce, limited, and it's impossible that you can put your dreams into reality, that's a lie you're believing, but that's not life itself. Good morning, on the way to the workout. It's so insane. Yesterday evening, I went to bed completely excited, the video I recorded yesterday evening, completely excited about the cloud chat. In the morning, I built another chat, amazing. And I really feel, the feeling I go to bed with is the same feeling I wake up to. If I go to bed excited, I wake up with that. And this is what most people talk about. The best morning routine you can have is your evening routine. The feeling you go to bed with is the feeling you wake up to. And the weather looks insane as well. Very cool. Okay, let's crush today. It is unbelievable. I woke up, did a breath work, woke up very early, and I went to bed early without any movie, without anything outside distracting, completely at myself. Yesterday I was so centered. I was with AirPods after training session, walking upwards the hill but backwards for the knees to make them stronger as I had an injury. It's so cool, it's raining, but it feels so good. It's getting more intense. That's not cool, but still, when you are I feel so centered, I feel so blessed. Yesterday I was standing in the continent, interstellar music on my ears. It was the most blissful experience ever. I was staring at the vegetables and the fruits. I was like, whoa, there's no rush. There's nowhere to be now. There's nothing that's pulling me out of that moment. I can just be. And yeah, feeling that, and it doesn't matter if you walk in the rain or in the sun. If you're centered, if you're arrived, if you know who you are, if you know where you're heading, and life presents you with so many gifts, then it doesn't matter. This frequency is when you feel like nothing can push you, nothing disturbs your peace. It's because you know that you are peace. It's not nothing there's nothing, you are not distant from it. You don't feel more peaceful in the future or whatever. You are peace now, and by that you don't have any gap in between. You don't create resistance, and then you can just be. It's Monday right now, and I was walking through the city in the morning. Had a great gym session already in the morning, and then went through the city. I was in such a happy mood that I was just listening to music, smiling, not really paying attention to what's going on around me. And then I saw an older Portuguese woman, and I looked in her eyes, but not really aware. I'm just like smiling, looked at her, and she looked at me as well, and our eyes like locked in, and we were just like, and she smiled back in a way that was so much, it's so wonderful, so heartwarming, and so, I know, it's like exchanging smiles is the most beautiful thing with random people. Dude, that's so much to your day, to their day. And I was thinking about my day of like, nice, now I have enough time, create some nice food, work on an idea I had, and then 4 amazing lessons, which people would call my work. And then I meet my favorite person in the evening. And now I was sitting here and I was like, this is the Monday. This is the Monday, the first week of the day. The first day of the week. And it's probably one of the coolest things, or that I'm most proud of, that I have Mondays like this. And it's an exercise also that you can use if you don't like your Mondays, for example, that much. I had this with my brother 1 week ago. It is a nice exercise called the perfect day, when you really like sit down and no outside noises. Just think about, what would a perfect day look like for you? When do you wake up? Who do you wake up next to? Maybe no one. My brother said it, Lord, I want peaceful, and then I could do da. So also that, like, really feel in what would be the most amazing thing to you. What do you do after you woke up? Do you have a morning routine? Who do you see? How do you design your mornings? What do you eat? How do you work? Who do you work with? Where do you work? And then in the evening, how do you refill your social, how do you refill your energy? What's your social time look like? Who do you meet? How do you go to sleep? What is your last thought you go to sleep with, for example? And it's a really nice exercise to just create certainty. But all these exercises of like sitting with yourself and really think, what would fulfill me? This year I saw a lot of people around me, and many people who stuck in their head or in their problems, or like running from one thing to the other. I thought by myself, it would all disappear if they would just give themselves some time. Like just some time with you alone. alone time, and then not only alone, no social media, no Instagram, no YouTube, no external distraction, just you being there, fully present. Think about, what am I grateful for right now? What fulfills me right now? What's going very well in my life? What adds so much good energy to my life? What is maybe harming myself, or what takes energy from me? What is a thing that I want to do right now? What do I want to aim for right now? Can be also doing less, can be also doing nothing. It doesn't have to be that you need to build something, but if you want to build, it's helpful to know the direction you're heading towards. But cultivating that groundedness, that presence, and that being arrived, it makes everything so much easier and more abundant and more fulfilled. But you gotta sit with yourself. There's no way around it. And it's the best thing you can do. It is. Beautiful good morning. It's Sunday. It's such a good weather. Sun is coming up. Only blue sky. We're going on a hike now and head to the beach. Love it. And I just, of course, started the day with a breathwork. I heard Wim Hof, like the godfather of breathwork, talked about it in a podcast. I guess it was with Chris Bartlett, Diary of a CEO. That when you stop and you hold your breath after an exhale, that's also important, for 1.5 minutes, 5 times more blood flows into the heart and the brain. And I didn't do a lot of research on it yet, but first of all, huge credibility already because he said it. And second of all, it's insane. Like, more blood rushes to the more oxygen for the brain, for the heart. I guess it's undeniable that it pushes our health. So as I always say, every video, do breathwork. And it doesn't need to be any fancy one or that you do 40 minutes or 20 minutes. Just consciously breathe when you wake up is a huge game changer and lifts your energy. Yeah, already pretty high in the morning. But this does it as well.